like putting a bumper sticker on a Lamborghini, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
A bumper sticker on a Lamborghini. You know what's
Greatest
funny?
line of all time.
So, okay, funny story. So, David, when he came out with his first draft of his book, you know, this new book coming out, The Long Distance Real Estate Investor, I think it was Katie came to me and she's like, this book is really, really good. But man, David has a lot of analogies in there.
Oh yeah.
She's like, does he use a lot of analogies? I was like, yes, he does. Like, this guy's like the analogy king.
Training wheels will keep you from getting hurt, but they'll also prevent you from realizing your potential. And if you know that's what your struggle is you're like, man, I really want to ride a bike, but I just cannot get over the fact I might fall and skin my knee, then a turnkey solution might be perfect for you. And you do one, maybe two, and you're like, okay, I got this. It's not as bad as I thought. You do your own thing. What you don't want is to get dependent on training wheels so that your idea of riding a bike is running around with training wheels all the time and you never really learn the tricks that you want to go fast and get far. It's like going to 7-Eleven and paying $3 for a Coke when you could buy a 12-pack for $3 at Costco. What you're paying for is convenience. I don't want to have to go to Costco, buy this Coke, take it home, put it in my fridge, have it be cold, and then remember to grab it before I leave the house. When a plane is taken off from a runway, how much energy it takes to get that big, huge plane moving. And then once it starts to get off the ground, you have to keep your foot on the gas really hard to get it up in the air. But once it's already up there and coasting, it doesn't take a whole lot of energy. The thing's kind of just on autopilot and it can move. Hey, I want to have the success of the New England Patriots, but I don't really like getting tackled. It hurts. I'm not willing to put my body on the line, right? Like, that's not my thing, bro. I don't have that like chain of toughness. I can't work that many hours. I like to have my leisure time, whatever. I don't want to put myself in a position of uncomfortability. You can still make it, but if you're not willing to get tackled, you're not willing to run at practice, you're not willing to put the work in, you better learn to be the best damn like coach that you can on that team. And you better understand that sport better than the athletes that are playing it so you can still bring value to the owner or get hired and work in that industry, right? You want a tool belt that's really impressive. They're just like, whoa, that guy looks like BORLAND over there. He's just got a tool belt full of all kinds of different tools. I want to work with that guy. He looks like he could build an entire house. He's not just a plumber. He's not just an electrician. And there's kind of like, you're the PhD of real estate and everybody respects you more. I have this analogy that when you go to a grocery store and you grab a shopping cart, they all look the same. You don't know one from the next, right? But if you get a cart that has one of like the wheels is pulling hard to the right, it's very hard to keep it on track, right? And you can muscle your way through that for a period of time until you get tired, and then that cart is just going to run itself into one of the aisles and knock over the Captain Crunch, and you make a big mess. And I feel like people are that way. Is for a short period of time they can keep that cart. Well, I just made it up myself. That's probably why. I don't even know how accurate it is, but it's the way I look at it. Where I will trick myself into thinking I can handle this cart. I can control this person, or I can control this part of my own nature. And eventually I just wear out from trying to fight so hard to keep that thing going straight. And I run into something and it makes a big mess. And the wiser I get, I start to get into like knowing, nope, I will not be good in this role because I cannot do this thing very well. Or this guy he looks like all the other shopping carts, but no, I can tell this is a problem. And I use this analogy of I was a big basketball player, right? And you want to shoot better. If you focus on your shooting percentage and it's not improving, I just need to shoot more, right? You're not actually going to make any progress. You're just going to get discouraged and want to quit. If you focus on the lead measures, that would be things like, did I get my elbow in? Did I flick my wrist? Did I spread my fingers? Were my feet squared up? Things that you can control, and you practice and practice and practice those until they're habits. Well, the lag measure is going to take care of itself, and you're going to see it in the form of a better shooting percentage.
David, you got any good analogies here? I'm putting you on
I
the
was
spot.
thinking of one right when you said that, actually. What he's describing is that he took his time to build something that started very slow but would be able to run on its own for a long time, probably more like a train. Takes a long time to get going. It's a lot of effort to get that thing. But once the momentum's going, it doesn't take much energy at all, and it'll just coast for a really long time with very little work, as opposed to the sports car, which is what most of us who want to be rich do. And it's high performance, it's going very quick, but it takes all of your attention. You're completely focused on driving that car, keeping it on the road, getting the most performance out of it. It's very easy to crash. Whereas a train, shoot, it's on a track. It just goes. It goes in this